This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Multi-million-dollar ganja bust in St. Elizabeth. Millions of dollars worth of ganja was seized by the St. Elizabeth police during an operation on the Fullerswood main road in the parish yesterday. According to reports from the police's corporate communications unit, about 4:30 p.m., the police were conducting a vehicular checkpoint operation when they signaled the driver of an Isuzu motor truck to stop. The driver complied, however, he then ran from the truck and escaped in the area. The truck was seized and later searched. Several bags of compressed ganja weighing approximately 1,065 pounds were found hidden under bales of grass. The drug has an estimated street value of $4.26 million. This latest seizure comes on the heels of a reported uptick in anti-narcotics activity by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Medical Associates Hospital CEO resigns. Popular medical practitioner Dr. Michael Banbury has resigned as the Chief Executive Officer of the privately owned Medical Associates Hospital. It is understood that Dr. Banbury stepped down last week after being the hospital CEO for more than 8 years. Dr. Leopold Powell, who has been named to act in the position, confirmed Dr. Banbury's resignation to the news yesterday. Dr. Leopold Powell, who has since been named to act in the position, confirmed Dr. Banbury's resignation to the news on Sunday. Dr. Powell, who is a member of the MAH's board of directors, said he began acting in the position on Saturday. It's just a temporary appointment until an appropriate replacement can be found, Dr. Powell said. The acting CEO declined to say Dr. Banbury's reason for resigning, but sources have revealed that this is due to a possible conflict of interest. Efforts to get in touch with Dr. Banbury have so far proven futile. The sources said that Dr. Banbury is a director of First Rock Group of Companies. First Rock recently bought one of several hotels which are near the hospital. It is understood that this hotel will be added to the MAH portfolio, causing a possible conflict of interest on Dr. Banbury's behalf. Woman leads cops on chase and damages police vehicle. A woman who led police on a chase damaged a police vehicle and locked herself in her car has been arrested and charged. The high drama was recorded by a policeman and later posted on social media. Police have confirmed that the woman was arrested, but her identity and other information have not been released. It was not ascertained if force was used to remove the woman from the car or if she stepped out willingly. In the video, a marked police vehicle with sirens blazing is seen chasing a black car. The car leads the cops on a chase along Hagley Park Road, O'Mara Road, and then onto Chisholm Avenue. The vehicle, upon reaching the intersection of Chisholm and Maxfield Avenues, turned left into Johnson's Plaza. With the police unit behind, the vehicle circled the plaza and was about to do it again when it was blocked by a minibus. The police stopped behind the vehicle and told the minibus driver not to move. They then went to the car windows and told the driver to lower them and get out of the vehicle. The driver, in an attempt to escape, reversed into the police unit, damaging a section of the front end. The police continued to tell the driver to get out of the vehicle, and she eventually wound down the driver's window and told the cops that she knew her right. She wound up back the window, and despite being told to come out of the vehicle, she did not budge. In another video, several other police officers joined the two who were chasing the vehicle. They kept telling the woman to exit the vehicle. At one point, she was pepper sprayed, but still did not exit the car. Several civilian onlookers were also advising the woman to exit the car. Family of man killed in mob attack hires attorney. The family of Chieftain Campbell, the man who was killed by a mob in Mandeville, Manchester last week, has hired attorney Oswest Senior Smith to monitor the probe by the police and ensure that charges are laid. Mr. Campbell was reportedly mistaken for a robber and attacked on Friday. He later died in the hospital. Mr. Senior Smith told the news that Mr. Campbell's family and his fiancée are devastated, speechless, and are demanding justice. He said Mr. Campbell was scheduled to get married on Thursday in Trelawney and was shopping when he was attacked.
He had only probably minutes before his demise transported his fiancée to a salon in Mandeville with a view to her getting her nails done in keeping with the preparations that they were making for their wedding in days, only for him to have been set upon by savages, by criminals, by people behaving brutishly, and they have so snuffed out his life. His family are devastated. They're speechless. Many of whom are overseas. They are in shock from what we have seen around in terms of footage and clips. They have enough on which they can proceed to make arrests, because these perpetrators should and ought to be prosecuted fully and be made examples of, because this kind of arbitrary, indiscriminate, unlawful, illegal behavior and approach is to be roundly condemned, to be deprecated from all walks of society, and should be dealt with in such a way that it will never be repeated.
Former York Castle High teacher freed of sexual assault charges. A teacher who was formerly employed to York Castle High School in St. Anne was freed on Monday of sexual assault charges. Maurice Livermore, 64, was freed in the St. Anne Parish Court when prosecutors withdrew the charges against him after the complainant and other witnesses failed to attend the hearing. Mr. Livermore, who is also a justice of the peace, was charged in January 2020 with indecent assault after a complaint was filed against him by a student. His attorney, Oswest Senior Smith, told the news that the accusations were false and malicious. Mr. Livermore said a lawsuit will be filed against the state for malicious prosecution and false imprisonment. Riches and Knox mourn as a pregnant woman dies in crash. In the next 5 months, 22-year-old Torian Elliott would have graduated from Knox Community College with a bachelor's degree in primary education, but that dream was crushed on Sunday when she and her unborn child died in a traffic crash. Family in her hometown of Riches in Clarendon are reflecting on the double blow of cruel fate as Elliott's mother passed away 2 years ago on May 16. Firefighters took approximately 30 minutes in a desperate bid to rescue Elliott as part of the metal rail along the embankment went straight through the vehicle, said Rohan Powell, deputy superintendent at the Mandeville Fire Station. She was a passenger in the front passenger seat of the vehicle. The car was badly mangled and she appeared to be unconscious at the time. Part of the rail had gone completely through the car and she was under it, he said. Powell said that firefighters sought the assistance of bystanders to lift and remove the guardrail before cutting away the roof and the sides of the car to unfasten Elliott. She was pronounced dead at the Mandeville Hospital. Moments earlier, Elliott, her boyfriend, and another person were traveling in a Toyota Crown motor car along Winston Jones Highway when they were reportedly hit by another vehicle that did not stop. The driver of the Toyota reportedly lost control and crashed into an embankment about 7:30 p.m., according to police reports. Stephen Williams, a councillor candidate for the Riches Division, said the community has been hit hard by the news of Elliott's tragic death. She was very quiet and jovial. As you encounter her, the first thing you see was a smile. I took it very hard because she grew in my hands, he said in a news interview. Describing her as a bright girl who had big dreams, Williams said Riches is in total mourning now. Williams used the crash death to warn motorists against recklessness on the road. Scores of persons on social media, including Elliott's batchmates from high school and Knox Community College, have expressed grief at her passing. Torian was such a darling. When I heard on Sunday night, I tried calling her, and when someone answered the phone and said she died, I passed out. A schoolmate from both Bishop Gibson High and Knox who requested anonymity said in an interview. The friend who operates a pastry operation said she was to follow up with Elliott about a cheesecake order query she made last week. This is the last thing I expected to hear. If I tell you I'm okay, I would be lying. I am really not myself. I am lost out of this world, the friend said. Principal of Knox Community College, Dr. Davia Ramjeet, said the institution, particularly the Year 4 Education and the Liberal Studies bachelor's cohort, was grief-stricken by the tragic passing of Elliot. Tory was promising for the nation's education system and would have matriculated at the end of this semester for graduation in October 2022. We do hope that all affected parties will find a solace in time to come, Ramjeet said. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.